Hey guys, so back on November 24th, 2021, last Wednesday, I went into the Kendall County Courthouse in Yorkville, Illinois to conduct a First Amendment audit. When I went inside, the officer Moore, who was by the metal detector, did not understand the sign that they had and that it specifically said you could not film in the courtrooms. His sergeant eventually came, Sgt Craig, and after looking through all their papers, he actually went and read it all to me. They decided that I was right and that I could go inside of the courthouse, just not the courtrooms filming. So that took about 15 minutes or so while I was out there going back and forth with them. And my first stop was the probation office. Well, one of my first stops was a probation offices. And Melinda, the woman working, as I was filming in there, and I was in there for under a minute on each side because they had juvenile side and the adult side. And she kind of was interested in what I was doing, but we left it pretty short and sweet. Melinda also came out and got right in front of my camera and acted like everything was fine, left me alone. And the second I walk outside the door, the same Sgt Craig comes up demanding that I delete my footage right then or they're confiscating my phone, after he had just allowed me to come in as he's supposed to. And after a little bit of back and forth, I was like, okay, whatever, I'll delete it, thinking that I had it synced to my Google account, but I forgot that I had not. So I do not have the footage still, even after trying to recover it. But I do believe that the second part of the video, which I shot after he made me delete my footage, really does some justice and is worth seeing. It's pointed all over the place because at that point I was like really freaked out and upset that all that just happened, and just kind of didn't want him knowing I was filming when I did decide to kick it back on, because for a few minutes I didn't even think about it as we were going back and forth. But listen to what this man has to say, because actually he realized he was wrong and he apologized and everything. It's not a great view, but I think something was learned here, and I will not be filing a complaint, although normally I definitely would if they try to force me to delete my footage. But check this out here, guys. Let me know what you think of Sgt Craig and the way he recovered.
Yes, and I appreciate you waiting. I wanted to make sure.
But then you let me go into this probation office.
I didn't let you. I wasn't even out here.
But you didn't.
I wasn't
you
out
didn't
here.
say, hey, you told me to delete my footage.
Yes.
Right? You didn't say, hey, let me see the footage from inside that office.
I don't need to see it.
What do you mean? If I committed a crime, wouldn't you want that?
I didn't say you committed a crime.
But then how
This
would
is
the
a
judge have
rule. A rule and a crime
PC
are
to
two different
confiscate my
things.
phone? How would he have the PC to do that?
You have to ask him. He's the judge, not me.
You're the one acting under oath right now, under the color of law.
I have not violated any of your rights.
You don't think so?
Was that for 159?
You know, and then you sit there and don't even believe me when I delete it.
I didn't say I didn't believe you.
I went,
10-4. You can leave. I didn't say I didn't believe you, but would you take my word for it face to face if the roles were reversed?
No.
How do I know you didn't
No.
take videos of different
I
rooms
have
and then
people call
only
the
show me
police
that?
on me all the time because their feelings are hurt because they're working in a public
I am not
employee
trying to
role.
hurt your feelings.
No, not
I don't have
this
a problem
woman.
with you
This woman.
standing up for your rights and everything else. I really don't.
I came in here to document my business.
Okay, well, let
Like,
me.
who's gonna believe that I was treated this way without a filmer?
Okay, let me tell you one quick thing about me. I did 21 years in the military to protect people's rights. I have several combat tours. I have not had any uses of force, no trouble, haven't been in court, haven't been sued or nothing. Because I don't try to mess with people. I'm not here to mess with people. All I'm simply telling you is my chief judge told me to come out here and have you deleted or confiscated. You deleted it.
Yeah, but the thing
That
is,
if
you
you
need to
have-
tell him that I'm also a champ once I leave, because I ain't trying to have him try to get me kidnapped. You need to tell him that he didn't have the probable cause to try to take my phone, a very personal item. As you saw right before the pictures that videos I was taking,
Yes.
there's pictures of my kid that she took of herself, right?
Yes, I didn't.
All right,
ask you to
very
see that.
personal items are on it. You guys can't just try to say, oh, you better delete that or we're confiscating it, because now they're dragging, the judge dragged you into this and put you in a bad position where it could take up your qualified immunity.
Well, all I can say is do what you have to do. I have nothing against you.
I have nothing against you, but I think the way you handled it was completely wrong. You should have said, hey, blah, 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 the judge says all this, let me see your film. And most likely, I probably would have just went ahead and let you see it.
Okay.
You know, but you told me, no, you needed to delete it or the judge confiscated it.
Okay, I see your point. I apologize to you. I could have maybe even handled that different. You might be right. Okay?
I am right, and I want you to establish, I want you to
I
realize.
don't know who I'm dealing with, and I had a chief judge give me an order. That's all I'm saying.
But you
So
took
to
an
you,
oath,
I'm
and you
sorry.
better let that.
Can I borrow?
Okay.
To you, I'm sorry.
I
wish it would have worked out better. I don't have any problem with people supporting themselves, you know, standing up for their rights or anything else. I really don't.
Yeah.
I have a job to do. I follow orders. If it's
And I have a
wrong,
job to do.
take it up with the courts. That's all I'm saying.
Well,
That's all you have to do.
Do they normally have cameras in there themselves?
Yes.
Good.
Every courtroom is audio and video recorded.
That's great.
24 hours a day.
Good.
They don't shut off.
Good. I'm
Okay.
glad to hear that.
The only other people that can come in and do recording and stuff like that is, for instance, I'm going to give you an example. We were setting up for the Dennis Hastert trial. Do you know who he is?
No.
He used to be number 3 in the nation. He was in Congress. He was a congressman. Anyway, he got in trouble. They were going to have a jury trial. We had all these major news companies come in, and the rules were set forth. Only one news station could be in there, only one camera, and one recording device. It would be transmitted out to the parking lot to all the others, and it would be dispersed out to national news. There are specific rules even for them. I cannot have a cell phone in there. I don't have a cell phone on me. I don't even go in there with a cell phone.
Yeah.
When people come in, they can have their cell phones on, but they have to either have them off or on silent. If anybody's caught video recording during court, whether it be a trial or just their friends there for a case or whatever else, that's addressed at that time. Okay? So yes, all of these, every courtroom, 24/7 audio and video.
Good.
So if I walked through there and I was talking to myself, blah, 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 it would record.
I want you and that judge, whoever told you that, to go and watch what I was doing from those cameras, there's cameras in there, right? And see what I was doing, because almost the entire time I'm filming the walls, trying to read the papers off to my viewers,
Okay.
to the people that later see this.
Okay.
That's how it goes.
If
But
you-
I get you apologize, but you jumped the gun and you told me immediately to delete it, when I could have had, you never know what that lady said to me in there. She could have been calling me all sorts of terrible things, you know.
Well, that's true.
You never
Like
know.
I said,
And it's happened before, and it'll happen again, but I don't wanna see you tangled up in it, because some judge tells you, hey, tell her her phone's gonna be confiscated or she deletes it. No, he should have told you to at least view it and see what the hell I did, or view their cameras and detain me,
I see
maybe.
your point.
Which you guys didn't have the right to detain me anyway, but nonetheless.
Yes, I see your point.
I'm glad you
I've
did, 'cause I
already
really need to.
apologized to you.
I get it.
And this is a learning curve for me too, okay? So I did learn something, okay? I really did. I'm not just saying that, I did. Now, if you would like to speak to the judge or anybody else, I can give you the administrator's number and you could discuss what you're doing. There may be exception granted for you to walk through and do what you have to do, provided it's not.
Oh, it shouldn't even be really an exception. It's just us walking in the
No,
public.
I
use
use the word exception because like I had mentioned, even the national news, the media for that trial, which it didn't go, but they had it set up, had to follow certain rules. I have to follow certain rules. I do not walk into any courtroom with
Neither
a
do
cell
I.
phone.
Neither do I.
No, I'm just saying, like every day in my job,
Yeah.
my cell phone stays locked up. If I'm going to a courtroom, I don't have nothing. I don't even have a body camera. Did you notice, I don't know if you noticed, but no deputies over here have a body camera?
I noticed, I didn't see
All
it.
the patrol people do. That is one of the rules that is for here. Why? Because we have 96 or so cameras in the building.
Are they all audio recorded too?
No. These are just video,
Uh-huh.
like in your common areas, your hallways, all that kind of stuff. The only ones that are 24/7 audio and video is in the courtroom. But we're not even allowed to wear body cameras, and we work here. So the rules apply to everybody. And like I said, this is a learning curve for me too. I am not trying to give you a hard time whatsoever.
Yeah, well,
Okay?
you made me delete my video.
I'm sorry.
And honestly, if we're getting down to it, there's ways to get your videos back. I mean, if you guys are trying to do that. They were able to download all sorts of stuff from my
No,
phone.
I'm not downloading anything on you.
Yeah, but that's a terrible threat to make, because not only do I have very personal things within my family, you saw, where my kids taking pictures of herself, other shit like that, probably dick pics, whatever you don't want to see, and you guys are telling me, oh, delete it now or we're taking it. That's what, you know what I mean? That's not okay, and that's an extreme invasion of privacy. Just like your phone, do you want people seeing whatever you say to your wife and your child and little romantic pictures, whatever? No.
No.
It's not okay. And then you still didn't believe me when I was showing you. Well, I felt that way.
Well, like I've already apologized, but put yourself in my shoes. It doesn't matter if the roles were reversed. I could have taken 10 videos wherever. You notice the ones over there and all of that? I didn't have you delete those.
But I didn't have any in here.
I know.
You made me delete the ones for here. I even deleted the one outside
I thought
where I
you
screwed
were
up when I was in
recording the
the
whole
intro.
time that we were up front.
I was
Was that
recording.
part of that?
Yeah, I was recording
Okay.
all that.
Okay.
I deleted a 20-something minute video.
Well,
And
I'm
then
sorry.
your
but
judge
I mean,
decided to do this when I made it clear to you and more multiple times that I had to go.
yeah. Well, I mean, I even went through and got this and read this to you.
Yeah, I do appreciate that. I
Just
think
so that
you
there was
seem like a good
clarification.
man.
That's all.
But what you did was wrong, and I'm glad you acknowledged it, but that's never okay, and you have to investigate a little tiny bit. I
Like
was
I
telling
said,
more how
it's-
I was kidnapped, and guess what? Multiple members of the LaSalle County Sheriff's Office are no longer there because they intentionally conspired against me, because they didn't like me doing this, when they didn't have a proper judge's order, they didn't have anything. Okay, I don't want to see that happen to you. You seem like a solid
I have
dude.
nothing against you.
Yeah.
I have nothing against your right to record, stick up for your rights, other people's rights. I wasn't kidding when I said I was in the military for 21 years. I've been born and raised like that, to be a patriot, to defend people, to defend people's rights. I don't give anybody a hard time when I see inmates, they're called inmates,
Yeah.
or people accused of crimes. I don't treat them any differently. I don't care if they murdered somebody or if they freaking got a DUI.
Yeah.
I don't give them a hard time. I understand they're people. Everybody makes mistakes. I'm going to learn from this. So
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you what, if you
thank
didn't
you
seem
for
like such a
educating me.
solid dude, I'd be the first one to complain on you, but I feel like since you apologized and I think you really realize where I'm coming from in a way,
I do.
then I am doing that because I think we established better than what that could do.
And
But
I
I'm the
appreciate
first
that.
person that turns them in when they treat people badly, because I've seen a lot of cops, and I know a lot of great cops, but I've seen a lot of bad cops doing bad things. And you know what? There's people that stand there and they do nothing about it within their policy and within everything as in them as a police officer. They're supposed to intervene.
Yes.
But I do appreciate you apologizing, and I definitely appreciate that. I want that judge though to know that that's so wrong of him or her. Who is it? Which judge?
Judge Pilmer.
Pilmer?
Yeah.
Pilmer should not be sitting there threatening to confiscate somebody's very private stuff. And I want you to say, hey, right before these videos she filmed today, there's her little 3-year-old taking pictures of herself of her forehead.
Yeah.
That's very private stuff. You never know what you're going to see, and to sit there and threaten me with that and force me to delete my video is not okay. And I get you were under the direction of the judge, and that kind of puts you in a weird spot, but I want that judge to understand that's never okay, and they don't have the right to do that. And unless I was committing a crime, that judge could never get the PC established, or you guys, for a search warrant to be valid.
Okay.
I wasn't
Well,
doing
I
anything.
do want to offer you the right to, can he contact you? Do you want to talk to him?
I would like his phone number or email or something. I don't have the time
Well,
to mess with it today.
it would just be kendall.il.us. So rpilmer@kendall.il.us. That would be his email.
Yeah, because
I don't have his personal
if he's
cell
willing
number.
to, whether he's willing to listen, because it's not okay. And I'm not
Well,
saying
I'm
anybody
just
around
saying
getting
that
arrested.
that might be an option if you want to email and say, hey, I would like to talk to you about this. What
Yeah.
can I do? Can I set something up? I mean, if you want to do a documentary on the courthouse itself, that would be very well.
Yeah, I don't want to
something
set it
that
up
could be
because I have the right to come in here and just document it
done. I
as an.
understand that.
Because, like I said, I don't get arrested at all. I don't get tickets, right? But I did while I was trying to turn in a complaint form on a police officer outside of a courthouse trying to claim I battered him when he walked his body into me. That's why I continue to go around, because that type of behavior is not okay. I'm fighting 4 serious charges right now because of it, when there's video evidence that it never happened, and that crooked judge that's involved has allowed it to proceed for almost a year now.
Really?
I don't want to see you dragged in the middle of it, because guess what? Like I said, multiple of those people, including the sheriff, are no longer with the department. And you know why? Because they wanted to get out of there before they were forced out.
Oh,
You know,
I get it.
You wait, you'll see it. You will see it.
That was LaSalle?
LaSalle County Sheriff's Office.
Okay.
Yeah. You watch out.
Yeah,
they allowed their dispatcher to threaten to slice my throat multiple times while she was on duty. I happened to see the freaking camera and I FOIA'd it, and I never expected any of that to come out, but it did. Also calling me a white trash bitch, trying to accuse me of being on welfare, things like that, saying I don't take care of my kids. When in reality, even claimed that I had people threatening to kill the police there. But guess what? None of it was
she
true.
did?
Yeah, and her children. She claimed I had people threatening to kill her children. I didn't know who she was. There are nutbags that get in these jobs, and you better watch out.
Well,
That's what I was telling Laura. I said, you better watch it when you really don't screen anybody that walks in, because they could be just right over that balance or they're having a bad day and freak out and shoot everybody.
yeah.
It does happen, you know, nobody's safe
Well,
from mental illness.
it's been in the news lately.
Exactly, and you never know, you know, even one of your buddies wearing the same uniform could do it, you know, they kill themselves every day. They
Yeah.
could do it right here in front of everybody, you just never know.
Yeah, well, you got a valid point.
And you don't mess with people. Tell that judge I'm very upset with that.
All right.
I mean, the best way you can, obviously. But I am very upset that I was forced to delete my video showing, and I want you guys, both of you, I want you to take it upon yourself to look what I was doing.
Okay.
All right, in both of these buildings. Actually, I didn't even realize that they were the same until I walked in the second door and realized it was the same woman connected.
Oh, yeah, because this is adult, this juvenile.
Yeah, and I even double checked to make sure no, like, 14-year-olds were in there, not
Right,
because I
right,
have
right.
to, but just to be respectful.
Yeah.
But I'm very upset that that happened, and I appreciate your apology, but that's not cool.
All right, I understand. Like I said, this is a learning event for me too. To be honest with you, I've been over here, this is my second year, so almost 2 years, and I've never had to even address this. Not once.
You
I
did
haven't.
today, you
I
might be
haven't.
accountability angel.
Right, well, I mean, like I said, I honor your commitment. I really do. I don't
Yeah,
think
and I
you're
don't
a
go
bad
around
person.
like I wasn't cussing you out or
I don't think
anything.
you were trying to do anything bad.
Yeah, oh.
But I have to follow the rules too, or I don't have a job. So either way, I mean, I'm in
And I get
a
that.
bucket where I'm either sued or I lose my job.
Yeah, but you gotta tell them, hey, my oath makes me have to bring this up, Judge, that she was doing nothing wrong. She was in a public area of a public little office here. It's not like I was back in the cubicles or
Yeah,
whatever.
no, I understand.
That would be different. I could
Yeah.
get that. I mean, unless they didn't have it blocked off, that'd be their own problem.
Right.
But for me to have somebody threaten me with all that when the judge knows you're not allowed to do that, and he knows he's not allowed to do that. He can't tell me he went to all that years of school and doesn't know. You know, but I just want to make sure that it's well known that that's not okay, that your oath matters, and then you tell him, hey, my oath says I can't do this. You know, unless he has something saying, hey, don't go on probation,
Yeah.
then.
But I do appreciate it, but I mean, I try to actually just take the time to find out all the different information and read it to you.
Yeah, and I appreciate it, because a lot of people
I
don't
was
do that.
trying to do the right thing for all the right reasons so that there would be no misunderstanding.
Yeah.
That's why I read the whole thing.
Yeah, and that's
And
why I
because
didn't
you were like, oh, wait a
understand it.
minute, and I said, yeah, we're gonna get to that, let me finish.
I
So,
know.
because I had already read this before I walked out there. And I was like, okay, yeah, this, and this.
Yeah,
But I want you
to ask her.
I know, well.
Ask her, say, was she doing anything to bother you besides filming? Because I told her, I don't think
What'd you say?
besides filming, mine?
No,
Her? Melinda.
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 I will.
If I still in my video, I'd remember better.
I'll ask her, I don't know.
Yeah, but I don't want to see, you seem like a nice guy, I don't want to see something happen to you, and I've seen multiple fairly decent officers that might have got dragged in, you know, have serious problems after they decided to stay involved and not speak up. I've seen it multiple times. Okay? I don't want to see that happen to you. I won't be filing a complaint on you because you did apologize. I want that
Okay.
judge, I do want you to speak to the judge and say, hey, you know, she was within her rights to do that, and we made a mistake by ordering her to delete that. I hope you tell him, and
Well, it's funny you say that because he pulled the same thing up on his computer.
Mhm.
I was actually reading it when she made the call. I'm not making that up, that's honest truth. Hey,
Oh. I
So,
hope so.
but like I said, this is a learning point for me. This is my first time having this type of interaction in 2 years.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I applaud you for sticking up for rights and other people's rights and all that. I did the same thing ever since, from the military all the way through. I have a total of 36 years of service to either country and or community.
Yeah.
I do not, you could walk over there, ask any inmate that's over there right now, regardless of where they're from, they'll always say that I was very fair and I always treat everybody like human beings.
That's good. That's an honorable.
Once again, I apologize for this situation.
I appreciate
But it's something that I have to learn from too.
Yeah.
And I will talk to Melinda and I will ask him, okay?
Yeah, because that is messed up, and everybody needs to be on the same. And Melinda, I get she probably doesn't know whatever that well.
She might have
Maybe
just,
she
she might have
should.
just freaked out, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, and that's the thing. I wasn't recording her. I wasn't sitting there. I could have been recording through the window. I could have been being an
She
asshole
was.
like that. Yeah, and then she comes up to me as I'm recording,
Yeah.
right along the wall, and she opens the door and has her whole body looking all cute little shirt, and presents herself right in front of my camera. I don't get why people that don't want to be on camera hop in front of it. And then say, don't record me, you know?
Yeah.
But I don't even think she said that. She just
Well,
called them, you know.
I'm gonna ask her though, because I'm interested as to why she would just immediately go and make a phone call.
Yeah, because she didn't
That's all.
express any, I mean, she's like, so can I ask you why, or something like that, but, you know, I keep it real casual. I don't want to let them know, like, that I'm First Amendment auditing, that's what I'm
Yeah.
doing. But, that's why I also do the FOIA compliance checks, because I've been abused during FOIAs, and arrested while filing a complaint before. You know, and which I said, I don't get arrested. But in situations like these where people don't investigate and they just swoop you up, you know, just like that guy I said, he battered me,
Yeah.
but his sergeant immediately comes up and grabs me from behind anyway.
And they just said that you did it.
Yeah, multiple times.
So if I bump into you and say, oh, look what she did, and then they took you.
Yeah, they actually arrested my brother for filming my unlawful arrest. Right when I said, Mutt, do you have this on film? That's his nickname. He says, yup, quietly as he's standing there still, you can see it on camera. And they say, you're next, hook him up. And then they didn't even name the right arresting officer that he was supposedly interfering with. So you better watch it. I don't want to see you get tangled up.
Well, I appreciate that. I'm actually gonna refresh my memory on the amendments.
Yeah, you definitely should. You know, it's a good
Thank you though, I do appreciate your time and your cooperation. I'm sorry this happened. It's
I
a learning
appreciate
event for me too.
Yeah, I
will
appreciate
talk to
that.
both, okay?
Which way do I go to get out?
You're gonna go just straight down there, and then when you see the second exit sign, you'll see the main entrance.
Okay, all
Okay.
right, Craig. You take
Thank
care.
you.
You get home safe.
After the-
All right, guys. They made me delete my footage. The only reason I did is because I believe that I was able to obtain it again. And I didn't want to be arrested. I know it couldn't, but they've done shit like that before. Obviously, that lady is delusional. I'll turn it back in side mode. But I think we established some great things with the sergeant there. It's going to be a very long video, but well worth it. I think we established a lot. Got down to it. Bye, more. You take care of yourself. Thanks, you too. So, all in all, complete fail, but I think it was worth it. The sergeant admitted his wrongs and seemed like he was genuinely a pretty decent guy that jumped the gun and tried to force me to delete it. And obviously, I'm an hour away from home and I have 2 kids, so I gotta get back to, so I'm not gonna push the gun when they do it. But hopefully I can retrieve that footage, because they let me in, told me to stay out of the courtroom, whatever, all that, and I complied. And that lady called the police on me, and immediately he comes up saying, you have to delete it, and I get that he's saying the judge is responsible for that, but at the end of the day, he took an oath and he needs to follow it. So he said he learned something. I definitely learned something or another. I'm not sure what at this point, but I will not be filing a complaint on him, because I think our discussion was what needed to happen. And I think we both took something from it, and I'm hoping Melinda from probation took something from it as well. All right, guys, this has been a wild one. Thanks for watching. Tell your friends. Bye.